Alright, what's up YouTube? In this video I'm going to show you three simple entry techniques, three simple strategies, and it's all on Wednesday's price action. We're going to be on the 1 minute chart on Wednesday. Okay, what I do is I mark out 7:30 price. That's when I start. 7:30. That's when I start hunting a setup. The opening price. So we open 446.25. Forgive me if I'm off a little bit. It's just for reference. Okay, so 7:30's here. We buy below, sell above. Pretty simple. But we need to be in a PD array, and you can see we gapped down, went higher, and then trickled down. So I would put a fib on the highest swing point up here. Whoop, not down here. Sorry. Put a swing up, anchor it to there, and low swing over there. Okay, that's going to give us premium and discount of the range. So first condition is buy below 7:30, sell above. We've got to buy in a discount of the range, of the current dealing range that we're operating in. And right now on this chart, this is our dealing range until it breaks. Okay, step 1, identify 7:30. Step 2, identify your dealing range. Usually I have my dealing range first before I get on here, and then 7:30. And then if 7:30 dives into a PD array and we're in a discount, we're good. I don't see any PD arrays here, but if you look over to the left a little bit, what do you see? Boom, this big juicy fair value gap right here, and it is playing in it and respecting it. So I would be, especially after I've seen this strong rejection from it there, and then we come back and we're back in that, I would enter as soon as we started to go in this fair value gap at 442, and my stop would be around 430, 429, a 6 to 8 point stop, targeting 15 points. And from 440 went into 55, we get that pretty quick, even before we get to here. I mean, we get it this candle, so we get it 1 2, we get it in 5 minutes. We get a 1 to 2, and it ends up running. Okay, so that's the first one, first entry model. Okay, 7:30, mark out your opening, buy below, sell above. Usually right at 7:30 we do some, we'll get into a move. That's the the 30 minute before the 8 o'clock candle. So sometimes there's manipulation, sometimes it's in the direction that it's going to end up trending, but that's just something, that's a nuance that you have to look at. But that's definitely something, but it's got to be in a PD array, as you can see over here. Okay, we'll take this off. Step 2 will be, or the second strategy is power of 3. And if you zoom in here, you don't really see any consolidations here. We're a little bit and go up a little bit, but if you zoom in right here, look at this. You see there is a pretty good consolidation going on from here, from 826 to 915. That's a 45 minute consolidation. So anytime I see something like that, especially on a 1 minute chart, I'm looking for power 3, and what that's going to be is it's going to accumulate, and then I'm looking for it. I want it to, the only way we're taking a trade is if we manipulate down into a PD array. And what do? Accumulate and manipulate down to the end of this PD array, and then we distribute back up. So it'd be the same, the same thing there. We wouldn't worry about the 730 price. Buy below, sell above. But you want to, put your stop under the PD array. So, say we're tagged in at 462, we'd at least want to be under the body of this, 458. That's not much. That's a 5-point stop. Looking for what? 15 points, 462 to 477, and we get it right there. That's a 1 to 3 on that trade. So we you're zoomed out looking, you see this accumulate, then you see this PD array down here, and you're like, okay, if we accumulate and we manipulate down into this PD array, and it looks like it's going to hold, which look, there's no bodies closing down here. We're just wicking down coming up. So that's showing you that's strong. That's a bullish thing. So that's the second one is accumulate, manipulate, distribute. Okay, the third one is going to be the macro times. 650 to 710, 750 to 810. I've looked at the 750 one. I haven't looked at the other ones, but we'll look at it. 750 right here. Okay, there's nothing, not really doing anything, and then boom, right here. What time? 8:10. What do? We're in a fair value gap going up. But I would be, the way I do this is I do the same thing with the fib. Always do this with the Dillon range, and that is a constant, is I'm always selling in a premium, buying in a discount. So this was not in a deep discount, but it definitely was a trade idea. You wouldn't want to take any shorts below the 50%, or you don't want to take any buys above this line, especially when you've got a Dillon range from, see how far back this goes, from 4 o'clock till it doesn't break till there to 11, so that's a 6 to 8 hour range, and that's that's a 50-point range, back and forth. So you want to buy on a discount, sell on a premium, and that'll save you a lot of trades if you use the premium discount the right way. Some people don't like it because they say they can't, but you use it on the current range that you're trading. If you're executing on the 1 minute, that's your Dillon range. You can do the Dillon ranges on every time frame, however you want to do it. It don't have to be the 1 minute. It can be the 15 minute. Just selling a discount, buying a premium. Make sure you're executing in a PD array. Mine is a fair value gap or an order block. So this is always a constant on the chart. Okay, number one, mark out 730. We go down into this fair value gap over here. Boom. We've already respected it once there. That's not our time. That's not my time. And we come down, tap into it again, reject, especially after this manipulate. This is a fake run up. Come down, take it out, loading up orders right here. Anytime you see this W formation down here, you know what's coming. Wham, it's going. So that's number one. Number two is the macros. We'll look at the 650. 709, 710. So this macro was maybe on a lower time frame or a different time frame. Right here, maybe we got a fair value gap. This candle, and we could have sold here. $465. Yeah, I mean that was a 20-point move. That's probably what I would have done in that macro. But so you've got the 730 strategy, you've got the macro strategy, and then anytime you see an accumulation, manipulate down into a PD array, which we're barely in a discount, but it's lower probability, it's lower risk to reward. In my opinion, I would like to see it, come down into one of these, but it's all good. Just try to clarify some things for you all, how I trade and stuff. Those are the three main things. The other thing I do is I look, the other confluence I look at is I look at the hourly. I'll take this off here. See if I can zoom in here at Asia. Anytime we take out an hourly low, I'm looking to go the other way. And anytime we take out our hourly high, I'm looking for it to start dipping the other way. But you can see even here, right here, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, we go down into the fair value gap and go up, into the fair value gap and go up. We're always going from a fair value gap to a swing high or low, from internal to external. That's the biggest things, is if you can learn internal to external, how the market moves from internal to external, and decipher and have discernment with manipulation versus displacement. And then those three techniques that I showed you with the dealing range on any time frame, on any session, I mean, that's what I do. And if I can just be stoic and be more disciplined, I know the results are going to come. So that's my bread and butter. That's what I roll with, and I hope that helps somebody out there. Until I see you next time, God bless you and good luck trading.